Hello everyone and welcome back to Charlie Talks Football. So today me and my dad are previewing Newcastle versus Leicester. Now this is on Boxing Day. So first of all I just want to say hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Hope you get exactly what you want. And yeah, so let's get into the video. So yeah, as I said before, we're doing a preview for Newcastle versus Leicester. Now, this is the first game back after the World Cup break. Now, Leicester they didn't really start the season well, but they've just sort of started to pick it up. They've got some fantastic players in Maddison, who Newcastle are going to try and sign in January. They've also got Vardy, but I don't think he'll play. I think it'll probably be Daka, and he's very fast and cause lots of problems. You've got the likes of Wout Faes. He's a really good player as well.
He's a defender, isn't he? Yeah,
He's
defender.
really good. So they've got some fantastic players. So now on to Newcastle. So we've played a couple of friendlies. We beat Vallecano 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
And then we played Bournemouth and beat them 1-0. So
the Carabao Cup, yeah.
So we've had a bit of experience in those friendlies. Now, in terms of injuries, Isaac, everyone thought that he would be fine to play, but he's going to miss this game, and I think he's going to miss our next few fixtures, and I think he will be back until the next time we play Leicester, which is in the Carabao Cup in January. So that's a bit of a blow for us because we're sort of expecting him to be fine, but I think even if he was fit, he would have started on the bench. Now, for Leicester, actually, Maddison's injured. He's out for a little bit, so I don't know whether he'll be back or not.
Yeah, I think he
picked up
play.
a knock in training. Yeah. He probably will play, but Brendan Rodgers said he wasn't sure if he was fully fit or not, so I'm not sure.
Leicester's got lots of defenders missing, haven't they? So they've got Pereira, the right back, James, the right back. They've got Bertrand. I think Johnny Evans is missing, so they've really missing a lot of players. And I think I watched Brendan Rodgers' press conference yesterday, and he said he was a lot more specific than Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe was quite vague when it came to transfer conversations, because Brendan Rodgers said, we're in the market for a left back, so he was letting you know because they're struggling in that area with injuries, and also they're in the market for a right winger. Whereas Eddie Howe was very vague in his press conference. He was saying, you know, to get a player to improve our starting 11, we're going to have to pay an awful lot of money. And he mentioned the financial fair play rules as well. And he also mentioned he would wait and see if we had injuries, because if there was a specific long-term injury, he might target that area. And then he spoke separately about getting a player to help the squad potentially. So are we going to pay big money and trying to cement a spot in third place?
Or we're going to bring in a player who could just help the squad, but isn't necessarily going to come straight into the first team and instantly improve it. So, Dad, what do you think the score's going to be for this game?
I mean, I would probably, it might sound like a defeatist attitude, but I'd probably accept a draw now. And Newcastle have gone unbeaten in 10 games and we're doing really well. There has been the break of the World Cup, but personally I would accept a draw now. A win would be great, and there's no reason why we can't go then. They didn't get a result, but I think Leicester's turned a corner now. They're playing very well. The dangerous team. They are missing a lot of defenders at the back, so that's something we perhaps can exploit. But what will the Newcastle team play? I think he'll keep the same team potentially as he did against Bournemouth. He might make one change, like he might put Maximan on for attacking options and replace and take Willock off. Start with Maxi, but I don't know. It'll probably be the same team, I think. How about you?
So I think we'll actually win. I think we've got too much for Leicester. I know they're a good side, but they've got injuries. They've only just started to play well, but I think we're too confident at the minute, and I think we will beat them. I think 2-0. I think we will beat Leicester. Like I said, like my dad said, Eddie Howe's been he hasn't really given too much things away about what players we're looking for. and what type of players we're going for. He seems to suggest that we're sort of not going to spend a ridiculous amount of money on one player who can come straight into the team and can improve the squad, and more on, like my dad said, a squad player who can who isn't going to come straight into the team but will help the squad. So yeah, I would take a draw. If you said to me before the match, would you want Newcastle to draw? I would of course take it. You know, it's the first game back. I'm not expecting that much, but I think we will win. The goal scorers, I'm gonna say Bruno and Trippier.
Oh, Trippier, free kick maybe from Trippier.
But one player we've got to look out for from Leicester is Maddison. Now, he is a brilliant player. Newcastle have been linked to him. It is suggested that we are going to try and sign him in January.
I think one of what Eddie Howe was mentioning on, do we bring in a player who's going to get into the starting 11? Maddison would be one of those players, I think, because he's very good. He can beat players, he can see a pass, he's great on set pieces, and he can score goals. He would improve the team, I feel. But someone like Diaby would improve the team like that, I feel, as well. And interestingly, today we've been linked with Roman Lukaku, haven't we?
So Romelu
Lukaku, and he's a really good target man as well. So whether that's just clickbait stuff or whether it's genuine, I don't know, but we have been linked with him today. He's currently on loan, is he?
He's currently on loan at Inter Milan now. Inter are in discussions to make another loan because they can't afford to buy him permanently. They would like to buy him permanently, but they can't afford it. So I think this is incredibly unlikely. But yeah, Maddison and Moussa Diaby are two players who we are set to try and sign in January. Now, the price for Maddison, I'd say probably 60, 70 million. The price for Diaby, I'd say around that same price tag. But it is said that we do think that Diaby would want to join Newcastle because we tried to sign him last summer, but he didn't want to join because the position we were in. And now I think he would definitely want to join the club. So yeah, Leicester is going to be a tough game for Newcastle for our first game back, because Leicester are obviously a very good side. It is at Leicester as well. We've had a couple of thrashings of Leicester over the past couple of games. Now, I've got a soft spot for Leicester because my mum's family are from there, and me and my dad actually went to that game where Leicester beat Newcastle.
Was it 6-0?
I think it was like 6-0.
It was rained all day as well,
We were in the Leicester end, and as well as Newcastle fans, and it was pouring with rain, and it was just awful. I think
amongst the Leicester fans celebrating,
scored as well.
Leicester fans celebrating around us was tough take.
Yeah, the last time we played Leicester it was at Newcastle, and it was 2-1 win. Bruno scored 2, and he actually scored a goal in the last minute. Lookman scored for Leicester, but he is at Atalanta now. He's not there anymore. So yeah, we've had a couple of interesting encounters against Leicester over the past few years. Now, I am a fan of Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, he's a great coach.
He's a good manager. He was actually being linked in Newcastle before Eddie Howe took the job. So two very good managers. I'm going to be confident here, and I think we will win. But I think it's more likely that we will draw. Now, I just want to touch on something. Now, Saint Maximin, he has been talking about Marcus Thuram. Now, if you don't know who he is, he's 25 years old, French striker, plays for Mönchengladbach. His contract does expire in the summer. Now, agent Saint Maxi has been trying to convince Thuram to join Newcastle. Now, I think we do actually. I think he would be a good signing, especially on a free. He's very strong. likes to hold up the play. He's a bit, I would say he's a bit like Chris Wood, but faster. So he's very strong, he's fast, he's doing really well. It's not just Newcastle who are looking at him. Man United are, Chelsea are, so Leicester actually are. So there's a lot of big teams interested in him now. He's trying to convince Marcus Thuram to join. He says he would love him to join. So hopefully Agent Maxi's worked his magic there, convinced him.
They did mention that Eddie Howe at his press conference yesterday, and how was smiling and laughing and saying, "Oh, good work, Maxi." So that was really interesting.
Now the good thing is since his contract is expiring, Newcastle might be able to get him for a cut price deal in January. So they're talking about us being able to get him for as little as 10 million, which is nothing really for a player of his quality.
That would be a really good bit of business.
Yeah, if we could get him for 10 million, that would be brilliant. So yeah, guys, that was the preview for Newcastle United versus Leicester. Now we have talked a lot about transfers and previewing the Leicester game. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a great Christmas, and make sure to subscribe. I'm going to set a new goal. Can we get to 150 subscribers? So let's try and get that. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, turn on notifications if you like what I do. And I've got a Christmas special coming up for you tomorrow. So
and can I just say, I've got actually a little surprise for Charlie here now. So Charlie, so you know the Leicester game is on Boxing Day at Leicester. So you don't know this, but I've managed to get us 2 tickets in the Newcastle end at Leicester.
Really?
Yes. So we'll be at the game.
I didn't even know that.
So that's your genuine surprise.
Great.
So thank you to.
I actually didn't know that.
That's a nice surprise, and thank you to Charlie's uncle Neil and his friend Chris for getting the tickets for us in the away end at Newcastle. That was really kind of them to do that for us. So we'll be at the game on Boxing Day, and we'll be bringing you some more footage of our game day experience. So
I'm sure Adam P would love to be in the video as well.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get Adam P on as well for you as well. So, okay.
Cheers.
Take care. Bye.